hello again. What a mess this week has been. It's been very challenging emotionally and mentally in so many ways. Because I haven't had a day off yet since, this is my first day off since everything happened with my manager last week. Because we found out Thursday morning. And Thursday is the day that I made the last video, and everything was so somber and weird and sad, and like this dark cloud just hovering over the whole store. The very next day was like panic. Everyone was just running around and scrambling, basically doing like, oh, what the fuck do we do now? Because like the very first day we were all just so sad and so much in shock that we weren't really sure what to do, and we just kind of did the bare minimum. Next day is like, we need to start figuring out how to keep things running in her absence. And I really stepped up, just like not even thinking about it, because I literally went through all of this just a month ago. It was like suddenly having to pick up the pieces, having to figure out what passwords are and where things might be hidden, because she had a bunch of different notebooks with different things written in them, and we've got like the different orders that we do from the different companies that we get product from. There's so many, it's absurd. It's like my gas station times 10. And then there's still pretty much only one person doing all of this now, because I was supposed to be helping her. She only showed me a little bit, so I was only able to help her a little bit. I was basically doing the produce order, and that was it. She had plans to show me more. She had so many plans. She's like, I'm gonna write this out in a new notebook for you. I'm gonna get it all organized. It's gonna be really nice. It's gonna be really easy. None of that ended up being able to happen. And so it was me and I think one other person, and we were just like going through all of the drawers in the desk, going through the computer, trying to figure it out. They had to get me a new email address, so I now have an official email address with the company, which I didn't have before. And so now I'm getting all of those emails that she used to handle, like catering stuff, and all the manager stuff is like falling on my shoulders. And initially they were like, we don't want you to feel like you have to take on all of the jobs that she was doing. But because I just kind of started doing that anyway, just on autopilot, because when I'm so upset, I look for things to fix. That kind of mentally makes me feel better. So on Friday, the day after everyone found out that she had died, I went into like crisis management mode, and I was just kind of taking care of everybody. And I have had multiple people stop me and be like, hey, are you taking care of you? Like, several people have said something to that degree of like, are you okay? Because we're not so sure. And no, I'm not okay. But I'm really good at pretending. And this is my time to shine. It looks like officially they've been talking. They've been talking to each other and to my crew, and the higher ups have had multiple people from my crew come up to them and tell them that they don't want an outside hire for manager. They want me to do it. They want me to be promoted and take over the position and just do whatever she had been doing. And they're all pretty adamant about it, that it has to be me. And so I'm like, okay, I guess it has to be me. Once again, somehow, I've ended up in this position of responsibility that I never wanted because it seems like the best option at the time. If they all believe in me that much, then I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. But wow, emotionally, I'm shattered. I am a wreck. This is my first day off. I worked 6 days in a row last week. Yesterday was supposed to be a day off, but I had to come in and get trained by a manager from another store on how to do all the orders. And Monday is the biggest order day. It was huge, the amount of stuff that we had to go through. Like, I have to get things like literally everything that you can think of. And so I'm always worried that I'm gonna miss something. And it's like, oh, we need sauerkraut. Where the fuck do I get sauerkraut from? Or like, oh, where does the bread come from? All different places. So I went through everything, and I really hope that I got enough. Because wow, we go through so many chicken strips. It's absurd. If I don't order enough chicken strips, we will 100% be out by next week. It's stuff like that. And then things that, like, I think I'm gonna order enough, but it ends up not being enough, and it's so much, and it's so much, and it's chaos. And on top of that, everyone is just fucking sad, and so am I, and I'm going through like double grief right now, and I'm just like fucking barely hanging on. But I did get a new tattoo yesterday. It is. It looks really messy right now because of the band-aid on it. It's a the second skin bandage. Anyway, it's Elvish script, and I actually had it translated into Sindarin and transcribed into Tengwar. So it's like proper Elvish. A lot of times when you see this Elvish script, it's just English words written in Tengwar, but this is actually Elvish. I was gonna try to find where I have it written down because I am not cool enough to be able to speak Sindarin, but I did make sure it's accurate and correct, and I don't remember off the top of my head the Elvish translation. I do have it written down. It's Gandalf's words. It's a translation of what Gandalf says to Frodo in the first book, where when Frodo is like, I wish none of this has happened. I wish, the ring had never come to me, etc. And Gandalf is like, so do all men who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. I've been wanting that particular quote tattooed somewhere on my body for the last 20 years. I was a teenager. So, finally, time. It's done now, and it'll be there forever. That's the one really good thing. Not the one really good thing. It's my favorite thing about tattoos. I spend the money, they're there forever. Nothing is ever going to take this away from me. No repossession, no amount of poverty. I could lose everything in this house, and these will still be there. And that brings me a lot of comfort. As someone who has lost a lot, this is always going to be there until the day I die. And then I'll get burned up with the rest of my body, and then who the fuck cares? Man, I'm really, really going to have to start working on like a contingency plan for when I die, because dealing with unexpected death like this has been so intense. I never, ever, ever want to put through someone else through that. So fingers crossed, if I have any say in when or how I die, it's not gonna happen until I have a will, until I have like put everything in boxes and storage or given stuff away, or I don't know. I you never really know when you're gonna die, but I am like terrified, not of death, but of leaving my shit behind for someone else to deal with. I have a lot of work to do.